about young people who push so hard to make sure they are successful. Now, not just being successful, but making sure they put Ghana on the map. This is Prime Morning. My name is Roslyn Felly. The big interview today, I'm seated with a gentleman who is definitely changing the narrative. Now, when I say this, I say he's in an industry that a lot of people are not in. And we don't have a lot of Ghanaians, especially in this particular industry. Reading his story, I got very inspired. I asked myself, will I take this chance? Will I actually decide to delve into such a sector? Well, he's here. His name is Muslim Mohammed. Nuru. How are you?
I'm very fine. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. It's good to have you here.
Oh, thank you very much.
Your story is inspiring.
Oh, thank you.
It's very, very inspiring. Now, tell us a bit about yourself. Now, when I heard your name Muslim, I was like, is that your real name?
Yeah, actually, yeah. So my dad is called Muslim, just like people are called Christian.
Okay.
So yeah, a lot of people, I get that a lot. They're like, yeah, I know you're a Muslim. I'm like, yeah, my name is Muslim. Mohammed Nuru.
Okay.
You know, Nuru in Arabic means light.
All right.
Yeah, and you know, so
Mohammed, we know.
Yeah, Mohammed. You know, it's a very common, you know, Islamic name.
Okay.
Yes,
so the Muslim, is it supposed to be your surname or is it?
Yes, my surname actually.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So which one is your first name?
Nuru.
All right.
Yes, Nuru, and Mohammed is the middle name.
Okay.
Yes,
but it looks like the Muslim is telling you more, eh?
A lot of people, because a unique name, a lot of people call me that, you know. Yeah, you know, I have nicknames though, but Muslim is my, you know, actual name.
The journey hasn't been easy. Talking about it, where do we start from is a question. Let's start from you telling the world that I didn't go to just one JSS. From JSS, I had to go to so many JSS to be able to get to where I am today. How many JSS did you go to?
My formative ages have really been very interesting. You know, I've always wanted to do so many things. You know, at an early age, I wanted to play football. I played football so well. You know, I danced, I did music.
So you were supposed to be our Sulementary.
I was supposed to do everything. You know, I've always wanted to be up and doing something. Right. You know, so there was never a dull moment for me. Yes, exactly.
And so what happened with the football? You decided to put it on the side?
I played it to a point, and then, I mean, growing up, my interest grew in other areas. Okay. You know, I delved into music a little bit. You know, coming from an Islamic home.
Which genre of music?
I did all kind of music.
Which is your favorite as of now?
Rap. I love.
Oh, you love to rap. Give us a rap.
Oh, not now.
Oh, just one line. Drop it.
No,
oh, Muslim don't do this.
No,
see, your fans, they're watching you.
I know now. Yeah.
Should I give you the beat?
I don't want to go back there, though.
Okay.
You know?
But it's all right. It's
exactly,
all right. So you decided to leave that
you
side?
know, I pursued, you know, at a point I wanted to be a poet. You know, because I grew up in a family, you know, Shamima Muslim is my elder sister.
All right. So,
you know, growing up, I saw her do so many things on the media. My brother is a poet, Chief Moomen, you know, always doing things. So growing up, I was so confused. I didn't know whether I wanted to do this or do that. But I always made sure that I gave my full heart into whatever I wanted to do. You know, so I think it helped. And I grew up in a family where we had so many people living in the house, you know. So it forced me to cohabit with, I mean,
when you say so many, like how many?
Yeah, so my dad is a community man, right?
All right.
So, I mean, we didn't have like preferential treatments, like this is my son or this is my daughter. We had the whole entire family. It was a, you know, extended family thing. So he was taking care of so many people and all of that. Uncles here, you know, brothers, you know, children and all of that. So we're all in the same kind of house and we're supposed to, you know, have
so we are looking at about 30 people in one house.
No, at every point in time, we had about 15 to 11 to 12, 15 people in the house. Wow. So
let's go into eating. I mean, when we were growing up, when we go to households that there are about 15 children and all of that, we all ate in the same room. Did it happen with you as well?
Oh, yeah, that obviously happened with us. So yeah. So I mean, you couldn't just get enough. You know, because in the morning they'll buy the bread and they'll share it, you know, based on your number and all of that. It was interesting. I learned a lot, you know, to be humble, to respect people for who they are. You know, there are people who have certain opportunities that, I mean, others didn't have, you know, privilege to have. And it wasn't by their doing. Maybe they were born into, I mean, poor families and some were born into rich families and all of that. But you had to understand the balance, you know, to respect people for who they truly you know, are.
Right.
You know, so, yeah. So I learned that sort of discipline from the kind of home that I, you know, you know.
Now, with all these talents, you decided not to pursue any.
Exactly.
But rather to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Now, you also did some internship in a media house.
Yeah.
Now, one will say if you're in a media house, why are you not a journalist right now?
Yeah, so, I mean, I told you, I had, you know, great interest in journalism because of my elder sister and all that she was doing and all the praises. You know, anywhere I went, and I said, oh, Shamima was my sister. Oh, I mean, yeah, I mean, they gave me a lot of respect. So I wanted to do that. You see, but I got the chance to do my internship in Metro TV.
Right.
And then before I even went there, I used to see some people there and I respected, regarded them, yeah, superstars and all of that. So one day, I mean, during my time at Metro TV, one day I remember there was this journalist that I loved so much and all of that. Yeah, I used to, I mean, he's a very brilliant journalist.
Okay,
you know, so
he's still in the industry?
No, now he's no longer in, I mean, in Ghana anyways. Yeah, so you know, Metro TV too, we had this thing. When you close from work, we had these small cars that will convey you to your various destinations, you know, like if you're going to Adenta, they'll probably drop you off at Medina and or you continue. So one fateful day, we closed. So we all rushed into the small car and then we were waiting for one journalist to come. You know, it was a van type. So we waited for him. I think he had to wrap up with the story. So when he finished, he came and then the car was full. So he didn't have any option than to squat behind me. That was like the boot. Yeah, like you know, the bus. After the last seat, there is like what with the boot sort of.
Where they put the things.
Yeah, put the things. You know, so he had to squat there and all of that. So on our journey, from Metro TV Laboni to 37, I could hear him pant. You could see that he was tired. And all of that.
And he's supposed to be a superstar.
Yeah, so I was so devastated. I'm like, no. So when we got to 37, I told the driver that I wanted to alight here. You know, I couldn't continue the journey because I felt so bad. And I was like, if you came and then the car was full, you could have just probably opted for a taxi or something. So you know, so I started researching, you know, into why this happened and all of that. And I realized that, well, it's just not a place I wanted to be. You know, long story short. But
it's not like that always.
No, it's not like that always. I understand, but my experience with that situation.
The cash you were looking for.
So the morning, that early morning, I woke up. I didn't go to work. My mom was like, why you not go? I'm like, no, I've stopped. She was surprised. People are looking for opportunities to be there and then later on get employed. And I'm like, no. I mean, it's not my story. I want to write a different story.
I like that. I like that. You knew what you wanted.
Yeah, you know.
You know, but football pays a lot, but you still decided to put football on the side.
Yeah, you know, my dad is a very interesting human being, right? You know, what he wants has to be final. So once you were in school, he was like, why would you be in school and be playing football? And all that. He didn't understand all of those things. And I was young. I couldn't stand and say, I'll do it. You know, even though he wasn't, you know, interested in it and all of that. So all of those things and a lot of things changed, you know, and I decided not to, you know, pursue football again.
But